Welcome to the channel, Reverend Dr. Jason W. Morrison, Theologist. What do you do when unresolved's wearing away at your mind like a cancer? Could unresolved cause bodily sickness and mental illness? You bet it can. When you need something resolved and that person's not willing to help you to find it, and they're the cause of it, you need to call it for what it is. They don't care. Whatever the problem is against the relationship, that person ain't fixing it or you ain't fixing it, you don't care. You don't care how the other person feels. You don't care what hoops they're trying to jump through to get things fixed. And to be quite honest, if the problem is a third party and that's being reflected at the relationship through your partner, that's on them, that's not on you. And they'll try and put it on you. That's sort of narcissistic, isn't it, when they do that? Try and project their problem onto you and blame you for it. Denial and blame shifting and all that. No. Just step back. Let that be on them. Jump through do a reverse hoop jump, back out through the hoop, away from the person with the problem. You see, you're not the one with the problem. They're the one with the problem, and you can't fix it because it's all about you. They don't like you. They don't want you there. They don't want to be involved with you, and that influence is shifting onto your partner. Now, if your partner is buying into that, well, they don't like you either. They're just physically turning up. They're not really emotionally in the relationship the way they should be. And you have to call it for what it is. That's a micro, incremental, dark triad form of behavior. It's covert. And you're being used. Now, it may not seem that way to the person that's doing it, but you've got to, when you pick an apple off a tree and you taste it, you know what sort of an apple it is. It's the same thing in a relationship. If you're in a relationship and there's a problem in the relationship that's been brought to mind and it hasn't been resolved, some people just don't want to resolve, but they're trying to wear you down. They're trying to run you down. The further we keep you down, the better. That's how it works. But you don't want to be run down. You don't want to be walked over. So if somebody's not resolving a problem in the relationship, it's going to come down to your tolerance and how much of it you can take. But I suggest don't take it at all. If somebody's not fixing a problem and it's been made well aware, they're not interested in how you feel. They're only interested in how the problem feels. Do you see what I'm saying? The value of that person is in the unresolved. It's not in the welfare or duty of care of the relationship. And that shows you're dealing with somebody that's just not present in the relationship. You're a convenience. And this is the problem in 9 out of 10 relationships today. You'd be with a drinker and they're drinking. And then they're not present. You're asking them to be present. Please be present. Maybe you're drinking a little bit and they don't listen. Or it could be weed. They're just smoking weed. Too much. Not present. Or they got hobbies and they're overdoing their hobbies like golf or cricket, and it takes up hours upon hours and you're just sitting there on your own. I don't know. It could be other things like women going shopping and they don't come back till the end of the day. This happens all the time. If there's a problem and it needs to be resolved, and the person that needs to resolve it is just ignoring it, their value's with the problem. The value's not with the relationship. And in the end, you'll start wearing out, burning out, You'll feel like you're going over the same things all the time, yelling and screaming, possibly passive aggressively wondering what the hell's going on and wearing out. This is what happens all the time. All the time. So take stock of yourself, take care of yourself, and don't let anybody pull you down. And if there is unresolved that needs to be dealt with, deal with it if it's on your part. Have it dealt with if it's on their part. And if they don't want to play the game, take your chess and your checkers board and go do it somewhere else, because you're wasting your time. If that person was in the relationship, they'd be fixing the problem. And if they're not fixing the problem, they're not interested in you. They're trying to break you. Reverend Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist, New South Wales, Australia. Run, get out, don't go back, go no contact, delete their number and move on. Bye for now.